recording?
Yep, we're all good. All right, so who wanna go ahead and start reading the comments that he got like feedback on his work?
Well, I don't think we need to necessarily go through everyone's comments.
Okay.
I would I would say unless there's something that really stands out
Mm-hmm.
or a pattern, like an error pattern, we can
Mm-hmm.
address it. Um, Otherwise, because I feel like most of the stuff I saw was just minor, like grammatical
Hmm.
stuff anyway. I don't really feel like it's really worth going through that. Would
Gotcha.
you guys like to do this meeting like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I
If you have a
did
question on something, I guess, then
I
ask
did
that.
comment I did send a comment through the email to everyone, I think except you, Kater Mike. I didn't send the comment and the email just because my email wasn't working. And the only thing it was just the error, it was just numbering the page. I think you have missed it. Am I right?
Who are you talking to? Sorry.
I'm talking to you.
Oh, to
I
me?
was saying that I didn't do the comment. I didn't send you the comment through the email just because I was having issues with my
Yeah.
email. So the only thing that I noticed you didn't number the page. Was that
Yeah.
correct?
I think that was a lot of everyone had said that too. I guess, yeah. I just forgot to do that. So I'll go back and do that.
Yep, yep, that's the only thing, but everything else was like super good. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Everybody
And
was able, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Everybody was able to submit their paper and get comments from everybody, right? Did somebody get their paper back with like nothing, like no comments?
no, I don't think so. I think mine, I think because maybe I sent it like too late, but I only got comments from you. And I wanted to actually ask you about one of the comments. I think it was about the spacing after the name. You said something about the spacing. I just didn't really get that, so I just wanted you to like clear it. Just tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, this I was gonna bring this up anyway because I forgot about it when I was going through the other papers, but since I did yours after I got my mini RA stuff back and went and edited mine, I remembered to
Mhm.
look for it. And it's pretty much when he was doing the like intro formatting video. I don't remember if you guys remember, but in the spacing options, there's a little checkbox and it says, don't add space between paragraphs of the same style. And he wants us to check that. He made that comment on my mini RA2, and I definitely did not do that for my large draft that I sent you guys.
Mhm.
So I made sure to put that in. And almost since I saw that after or before rather, I got
Mhm.
your paper, I put that in your comments. I didn't check for you two though, so I would definitely check that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good that you commented out so that I can just keep it in my notes so that for the next one I can make sure that I'm checking this mark. So it's good. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
yeah. Mine was definitely wrong in that regard too. I had to format or edit my paper in that way too.
Have you guys received your grade for the work or not yet? Because mine, I got the full points. I got 3 out of 3 for mine.
I also got full points.
Good.
Same.
Was that for the you're talking about the large RA?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Same.
good, good. Does anyone has any question about anything, the formatting, the anything?
Yeah. Carter, you said you had something, a question earlier.
Oh no, I was just saying when we were just talking about like us talking about everything, all the comments, I was just saying like if there was something bigger that we had a comment or a question on that we wanted to ask everyone
Mhm.
about, then we could do that, but it's kind of irrelevant now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I will say one larger thing that I noticed going through people's papers is that we're hitting 3 out of the 4 really good, but we're forgetting about Kairos in general.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, definitely the other three, I feel like they're easier ones. I feel like Kairos is the hardest one to do anyway. But the other
Yeah.
three nailing down pretty well. But yeah, we're forgetting about that fourth one, so we just need to make sure we incorporate that as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And one thing I want to point out about the due date, because the on the top of the paper, we need to write down the name and the instructor name and the subject number, and plus the last one, I think it should be due date, that the date you submit the paper. But I see some errors of some papers, so that's the one thing I noticed. And the other one is I got comment from the professor about the what was it? A second. From the mini lesson that I need to give me a second because I think I need to print out the paper. Oh, so in case of the newspapers or magazines or books, seems like the title should be italicized. So that's the one thing I see that some papers, and my paper too, I didn't do that too. So like the video name, which is nuclear power and nuclear energy argument, should be italicized in the paper.
Gotcha.
So, mhm.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. One person, I forget who it is, somebody's paper had that, and then I saw that when I was going through it, and it was like, oh yeah, yours is different than mine, but you're right and I'm wrong. So I had to go back and change it.
It
And
was
then,
Carter's paper, right?
what yours, Carter?
So
It was
by the
You're the one who correctly italicized the titles.
I did too. After I saw his paper, I corrected all my papers too.
Mm-hmm.
Other things,
I think.
nothing.
So I have a quick question. So for the mini one that we did the last week, I think if can you like basically resubmit it, like adjust it or basically correct anything in it and then resubmit it or not?
I don't think so, no. I think it was mainly just so the professor could see like what we're struggling with
Mm-hmm.
and then just move on from there.
Gotcha.
You know, like he made like a dozen comments on mine.
Mm.
So, you know, just trying to do your best incorporating it. And I'm sure this happened to me. I assume this kind of happened to you guys. That you probably finished your large RA before the mini got graded.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, so we all got to take the time and go back and whatever he said to put those edits in.
Right. 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 All right. Anyone has any other question?
I don't think so. I don't have any.
Give me
Cool. I hope Leo's doing all right because I think he's the only paper I didn't see, and then he's obviously not here. So hopefully he's
Yeah.
doing okay.
Yeah. For the works cited page, I had a question. So basically, do we have to like basically cite everything that we get informations from, or we can just put like one or two and we don't have to put like all the other ones?
Are you talking about in the works cited or like an in-text citation?
No, like the last page that we had to do like in the large RA, we had to like do the works cited.
Yep.
Yep, so that's what I'm saying. Like, do we have to like work cite basically every website that we get the informations from? Or like let's say if I'm getting my informations from like 5 different sources, can I just put two and ignore the other three, or do I have to go back in each site and just go back and put it in my page?
As far as I know, I think we're only supposed to use the videos as sources. Where are you using other websites for like background information, or what exactly are your other sources?
Basically like I look up some information in Google and I go like to see like back like deeply like the information and to see if there is anything that I didn't really get from the textbook or the video. Then I go and try to look it up and sometimes I get the information from there. Like if I need more explanation or anything, do I have to cite this or no?
No, I mean, you guys feel free to chip in on this, but I think if based off of his videos, if some of the information is confusing,
Mhm.
I would just put that in the analysis, probably for logos, I would imagine, saying like the clarity was bad, based off what he's saying. I didn't really understand it, and maybe that's why you didn't like that one as much.
Mhm.
But no, I wouldn't necessarily double check other stuff and then bring that into your sources. Because also, if you put it in the works cited, you kind of have to bring it up in your paper eventually anyway.
Right.
I just think that falls outside of the scope of the assignment a little bit. What do you
Right.
guys think of
Yeah, I agree with that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just wanted to double check. Yeah.
that? Yeah, so it should just be the two. Pretty small works cited page, but should just be the two. And I will also add on that another thing for in-text citations. I think it's pretty beneficial to add timestamps within everything. Partially for my own formatting I did, so I can double check myself if I get lost in my own paper. I can jump back to wherever I'm actually talking about, so I don't get lost. But I feel like it adds a little bit to the paper, so I'd recommend putting those in along with the last name was guy Schellenberger, because I wasn't doing that initially, and I found that was wrong, so I had to edit that. So with the last name and the timestamp, I think is beneficial.
Gotcha.
That's a good point. Mhm.
Any other big things we should bring up, or repeating items, or questions, or anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. For me, I feel like everything that we need to talk about has been talked. And when is actually the final paper that we're gonna have to do it?
Well, he should be now going through our pitches. If
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about like when the different assignments for the paper are going to be due, I'd have to double check. It doesn't look like, I don't know, maybe next week. I haven't even looked at next week yet.
Gotcha. I'll look it up and see it in Canvas. Gotcha. All right, guys. Then we'll see you guys in the next meeting. All right.
Sounds good.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, have a good day.
You too. Bye bye.